Hello mga kasangga! Kasangga sa karunungan, kaalaman, at kasanayan. Good day to all of us. Kumusta? I hope you're all doing well and doing good as I have so many things in store for you. Welcome to the another new day of deepening our skills, abilities, and knowledge about the world of the Philippine politics and governance. So, before we formally begin with our new lesson today, with regard to introduction to politics and governance, allow me first to introduce to you the learning objectives that you should be able to learn after this lesson. So our first objective is to define the meaning and the basic concepts of politics and government, and the second one is to explain the importance of studying politics and government. In order to make us more ready enough with our new lesson, let's take first a closer look with this productivity tip. With great power comes great responsibility, meaning to say, when we make decisions, we must think about how they will affect us as well as the greater good. In this regard, of course, this means that if you are a great person with given powers, you also have many responsibilities. And now, in order to broaden our mind with regard to our new lesson, let's begin with this question. What is politics? So if we will try to look and scrutinize at what kind of situation that we may encounter about this word politics, we cannot really deny the fact that there are so many concepts or any situations that we may relate in our society. So if we say politics, some individuals may work together in this field through some political engagement or political activities, specifically with the utilization of consolidation and integration of ideas, decisions, and other actions from the different sectors in our society. And sometimes, we may also encounter politics through competitions from the different oppositions in our government, wherein it may also lead to rivals. And that has something to do with the field of politics. Now, in order to make us more enlightened about the other important details of politics, let's have this next slide. So when we say politics, class, politics may also refer to the activities associated with the governance of a country or other area, especially the debate or conflict among individuals or parties having or hoping to achieve power. Moreover, when we say politics, it is also the way that people living in groups make decisions. Wherein, politics may also talks about making agreements between people so that they can live together in groups such as tribes, cities, and countries. In addition to this, when we say politics, of course, politics is also the way in which we understand and order our social affairs and acquire greater control over the situation. In connection to this, when we say politics, it may also talk about the process that determines the distribution of power and resources, wherein there is a creation, maintenance, and amendment of social norms or rules. Or this has something to do with having the theory and practice of how people influence others in making decisions and carrying out projects or programs for the society. Now, in order to make us more aware enough about politics, let's know and understand, and of course to answer this question, what is politics in our country? The politics of the Philippines takes place within a three-branch governmental system. The country is a democracy led by a directly elected president who serves as both head of the state and the head of the government. The president heads the executive branch and has significant political powers. Moreover, the Philippines is a republic with a presidential system of government in which the executive, legislative, and judicial branch of government are each given an equal amount of power. The separation of powers, which states that the Congress has the authority to make laws, the executive has the right to carry them out, and the judiciary branch of the government has the authority to decide legal disputes, which is very fundamental corollary of the presidential system of the government. So, if you still pondering about the essence of studying politics, here is the main thing that you should know about it. So why do we need to study politics? So our main answer for that is, of course, to understand political system, and of course to understand the role of the government, and of course to develop our political awareness and have the capacity to cultivate our responsive citizenship, and of course to promote nationalism. And that has something to do with the importance or the essence of studying the politics. And now, aside from politics, we also have this word, government. And of course, to be more aware about this one, let's answer this first question. What is government? So of course, when we say government, it is the exercise of political authority over the actions, affairs, or of a political unit, people, and as well as the performance of certain functions for this unit or body. Moreover, when we say government, it is also refers to the action of governing, political rule, and administration. And it is also the system or form by which community is being ruled. So in this sense, the government plays a fundamental role in the economic development process, wherein this economic development is mostly a result of market forces, but government regulates and enforces market rules and practices such as property rights and the contract law. Moreover, when we say government, they also contribute to the economy by offering collectively beneficial public goods and by attempting to correct market flaws like externalities or inaccurate information. In addition to this, the public infrastructure that supports economic activities, for instance, is provided by the state or by the government and municipal government. But it's also frequently at least partially funded by the federal government also, wherein it also offers both businesses and homes public services such as trust management, police management, fire management, and so on and so forth. In addition to this one, you're all responsible for securing the lives of every individuals through imposing or through implementing some rules. Furthermore, in the Philippines, the government is defined under Article 2, Section 1. The Philippines is a democratic and republican state. The sovereignty resides in the people, and all government authority emanates from them. And that is all about the government in the Philippines. So before we end this lesson today, I just want to add this simple part of the lesson which pertains about the three basic concepts of politics. So when we say three basic concepts of politics, these are first, order, the second is the power, and the third one is justice. Now, in order to make us more knowledgeable about this one, of course, let's talk it one by one. Let's start with the order. So when we say order class, this has something to do with the governing arrangement among the group of states, including its fundamental rules, principles, and institutions. Meaning to say, when we say order, these are the imposed or the implemented rules from the government that foster the general welfare of the people, that we say, for example, the community order, the government order, and even the state order. Okay, so aside from order class, we also have this next one which pertains about the power. So when we say power, okay, this has something to do with the capacity of an individual to influence the actions, the belief, or the conduct of others, which also pertains about the ability to influence the behavior of others with or without resistance. Okay, therefore, we cannot exercise to lead our constituent or to lead our country without power, right? Because this power is the main source of the reign or the authority of the government. That we say, for example, we have legitimate power, the rewarded power, the coercive power. Sometimes we also have referent power and also have the expert power. Okay? So aside from the order and the power as one of the basic concepts of politics, we also have the justice. Okay? So when we say justice, class, of course, this has something to do with the use of judicial process for the purpose of gaining or upholding or enlarging or limiting political power or influence. Meaning to say, or this means that justice is the process of legalizing and penalizing the abuse of political power and power to rule. In order to have justice, we have to follow the legal process or the due process in order to attain the justice of every individual, regardless of your gender, your capacity, your background, and so on and so forth. Okay? No matter who you are, no matter how diverse you are, of course, we are all entitled to have justice in our society since we are all living in a democratic country as well. And that is our main lesson for today. However, in order to assess your acquired knowledge and abilities for today's lesson, let's assess yourself through having the skill building activity, specifically by answering this simple question. Of course, to start, let's begin with this first question. What are the three basic concepts of politics? So based on our lesson, here are the three basic concepts of politics. Here, of course, the order, the power, and the justice. Okay, the second question is, why do we need to study politics? So of course, our answer for that is to understand how political system works and for everyone to develop their awareness. And aside from that, let's have this next question. So our next question is, what is the importance of governance? Of course, our main answer for that, if we look, okay, based on our lesson, governance, the people, most specifically the citizens, will be aware or will be more aware of the need for the good governance. Consequently, such awareness should move them to action. And that ends our lesson for today. I hope you've learned a lot for today's video. Thank you for taking the time, for listening, and of course, for broadening and deepening your knowledge about the Philippine politics and governance. So for more videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to make you more updated. Thank you, mga kasangga. Bye-bye!